So as Spain was gathering all this land, they needed more help to farm the land, to get all the resources to ship back to Spain. So to do that, they used the people already living here, which were the Native Americans. Now, as we know from years past, Native Americans were not treated well by the Europeans. The Spanish specifically used the Native Americans to help farm their lands. The lands were called haciendas. So this provided food for the colony, but in order to get food from the colony, they had to have people working the farms and working the fields. And the Spanish did not do that for themselves. They forced the Native Americans to work for them. So just like we know how slavery was in North America a couple hundred years later, it was almost like the Spanish were enforcing slavery on the Native Americans. So history almost kind of repeats itself. So the Spaniards made sure that people with Spanish backgrounds held more power in the colonies. So those that were actually born in Spain rode the boat on over like the Pilgrims, built some land. They had all the power. They were the most important people in the colonies. After that were the people that were born in the colonies, but they were of Spanish descent. Meaning, so a boy and a girl come over on the boat, they establish a colony, and then they have a baby here. They would be the next in line for power. After that would be the people that had babies with Native Americans. So the children and the adults that were born from Spanish and Native American, a mother and father, they were next on the totem pole. And lastly, were Native Americans. They had almost no rights. They had to work the fields. They had to help the Spanish with, maid stuff, cleaning up after them. And then at the very, very bottom were enslaved Africans, because at this point, the slave trade was starting. So Native Americans were slaves, but they were also bringing in Africans to be slaves as well. So right now, the question I want you guys to answer is, why do you think the Spanish set up the system like that? So why did they set up? The most powerful people are the actual Spaniards. The next powerful are the people that are from Spain, but they were born in North and South America. And then we have the ones that are of mixed Spanish and Native American parents, and then Native Americans. So I'm asking, why do you think that is? Why do you think they gave all the power to those Spanish people instead of the other people?